Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video on Skylanders Ring of Heroes. And today we're going to be diving into the 25th floor of the Mirage Tower. Now, I know there's been a lot of content creators that have created some sort of video on how they cleared the floor, and they don't really dive a whole lot into detail on what exactly is going on the 25th floor and why it is very hard for a lot of new players to pass it. Now, I'm still getting asked this question quite often. I see it in a lot of the different Discords that I'm currently in. People are still asking on how exactly to clear the 25th floor. So we're going to be doing a breakdown. I'm going to give you guys as much information as I can and kind of explain what the mechanics are, what is exactly going on, and then how you guys can hopefully get through and pass it. So with that being the case, as always, before we dive in, if you are new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest mobile games, then be sure to smash that red subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you get notification every time we drop a video. And with that being said, let's dive right in. Diving right in, ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we're going to be taking a look at, and that is going to be the team composition. So you definitely don't want to be bringing any AoE damage to this fight. Now, I can't stress that enough. I know a lot of players currently right now are building AoE damage because they're trying to clear the adventure mode as fast as possible and as efficiently as possible, and that's going to be definitely 100% by AoE damage and by clearing multiple waves using AoE. So if that's all you have, then it's going to be unfortunate because you're going to need to not utilize any AoE abilities. And like I said, if you're bringing a Skylander that does have AoE abilities, you're going to try to refrain from utilizing him as much as possible, and or just not utilizing those AoE abilities, aka having to turn on manual mode. So again, just keep that in mind. If you do go to the boss round and you only have two Skylanders or three Skylanders with actual single target damage dealing abilities, then you're going to have to try to utilize those as much as possible and refrain from using the AoE abilities. And you're not going to be able to run it on auto because the AI is just, dumb like that, and it will just automatically utilize any skill that you have available and the mana that you have available to use. So again, no AoE abilities. That's going to be pretty much it when it comes to that. My comp that I'm currently running, I know, is way overpowered for this fight, but I just wanted to bring you guys this video because I know a lot of early game players are still struggling and asking questions about specific the 25th floor in the Mirage Tower. So the next thing up I want to mention to you guys is that my Robo does have an AoE ability on his third skill, as you can see listed right here. So we're definitely not going to be able to auto the boss because I don't want to get into a infinite loop of the boss basically healing and then us not being able to do enough damage to knock him down before using his healing ability again. So let's dive in here and I will give you guys the boss mechanics once we reach that stage. But I do have another very good side tip early on for you guys, and that is going to be you can definitely run the waves through auto, if you have the team to do that, which you probably will. If you're at this stage, you should have a team that can definitely auto this. But nevertheless, once you are grinding this out, the one thing to note that you can also take advantage of as a side tip, and that is going to be watching your Portal Master's ability stack up. So you can see that we currently have 20 out of that 35 mark, and what we're looking for is we want to get as close to 20 or to 35 as possible, but we want to stop the auto mechanic before it gets there. So to give you guys an example, maybe we can do one more time, maybe. Yeah, we can. Okay, so just to give you guys an example, we stopped the auto at 31 out of 35. And the reason why we did that is going to be because if we were to leave it on auto right now with only these two minions up, the AI is going to automatically utilize the Portal Master's skill right off of the bat as soon as it becomes available. And that's going to be something that, in my opinion, that especially for those free-to-play players and those early game players, every little thing counts. So every ability counts, every use of mana counts, every little turn counts and cooldown counts, and even the Portal Master skill counts. So I would highly advise that if you were sitting in a situation like this where you've got 35 or 31 out of 35, you definitely don't want to run this on auto. Instead, what you want to do is you want to take off the auto, try to single target and kill these guys as fast as possible. You're still going to build up enough points in order to utilize your shield, but instead of utilizing your shield, you're going to save it for the start of the boss round. So again, it's just something small. It's not needed, definitely not needed in order to complete the boss round, but you get the idea behind it. So as you can see right away, we did go into that boss fight being able to utilize our shield. So we're going to go ahead and pop that off before popping off any abilities. And then the next thing we're going to be doing is trying to single target, and nuke, basically kill the leftmost minion. So, and how we're going to do that is we're just going to basically burn through some of our mana here, and hopefully get a good proc. But again, we did. All right, sweet. So there we go. So we got the left minion killed. We're currently on turn 9 right now. And like I said, the biggest thing we're going to be taking a look at that we want to try to avoid is going to be that sync skill, because that's going to be the skill that he is going to utilize. And what it does is it seeks out a Skylander with the highest current HP ratio and equalizes the ratio with their own. So whatever the highest Skylander that's currently in the fight's HP is, he is going to steal that, basically not steal it, but he's going to basically utilize that to buff himself and basically regenerate his health to whatever that ratio is. So you definitely want to make sure that he is not utilizing that, and I don't know why the mechanic works this way, but you don't want to do any AoE damage because you don't want to do any damage to the minion on the right hand side. So right now, our main goal is going to be basically to just continue DPSing the boss as much as possible, doing as much damage as possible, and building up our shield, letting the boss go, and then we're going to continue working our way through. So we're going to go ahead and hit him with this. Hopefully we can get that hit on him. We did get a pretty nice crit. We're going to go ahead and continue pushing forward, utilizing our mana. It's going to be the boss's turn again, and you will see he does refrain from using this skill for quite some time. So we're going to go ahead and continue doing damage to the boss. We did throw parts on him, so we should get that provoke, there we go, as well as we intended on. We're going to continue doing damage to the boss. And this is pretty much the entire fight, guys. You're going to go ahead and just keep on DPSing him down, doing as much damage as possible, utilizing as much of your mana as possible. You don't want any of it to go to waste if you don't have to, but it's going to be inevitable. You're going to hit a point where that's going to happen. So as you can see, we're about to throw the boss into knockdown status. So we're going to go ahead and do that now, pop him off into knockdown status, and just continue to work our way through to do as much damage as possible. We can go ahead and throw our shield on to end our turn. The enemy's going to go there. It's not going to be any big deal. Boom, we're back at it. We're going to continue going and smacking the boss away. All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep on proccing here. All right, I think at this point it's a very good point to show you guys how long it can take for him to actually proc this off. Now, if you continue going and let's say for whatever reason you weren't doing enough damage and you just kept on going, obviously if we were to continue to go, we probably would be able to kill and burn him down. But one thing to note is that he does eventually utilize this third skill. It's not that it's never going to proc, but it's just going to take forever to proc, and when it does proc, it's pretty much game over at that point, because unless you already have enough mana or unless you have a really good damage dealing units or Skylanders, and maybe you have a really good Flash Wing leveled up, I just don't think that it's going to be very beneficial to you to continue trying to burn through the fight, because once he utilizes this skill, then it seems that he starts to utilize this skill a lot more. So you want to definitely make sure that he doesn't use it. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you guys what it's like to, continue pushing through the rounds and see, how long it takes him to actually proc off the skill. Again, it's very random. I have seen him use it early on. I have seen him wait all the way until turn 25 to actually use it. So we're going to go ahead and keep on moving forward. I'm just going to keep on skipping. We're going to see how long it takes him to actually utilize this skill. All right, so we're going to keep on rolling. He hasn't utilized it yet. Boom, there he goes. So as you can see that he did utilize it on that 17th turn. I've seen him utilize it on turn 20. I've seen him utilize it all the way down to turn 27, and I've seen him use it at turn 20. It doesn't really matter. It's just a weird mechanic how the game works, but the mechanic that definitely works all the time is going to be once you kill that main minion on that left-hand side and you only focus fire the boss boss, for whatever reason, that mechanic seems to work the best, and you're just going to continue doing as much damage as possible to that boss, and hopefully you can knock him down. So that's going to be it for the video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to finish out the tower just because he did use that mechanic. I don't really want to try to battle it, and plus I have already cleared that stage for you guys, but I just wanted to shine some light on exactly how that mechanic works and how to clear the 24th floor. I know a lot of players currently right now are probably past that point that have been playing since the revamp, but nevertheless, there's always new players diving into the game. Some of those are going to be some of my subscribers, and I just wanted to offer this video to those guys, and hopefully to help you guys clear that floor. So if you guys have any additional questions, drop them down below in the comments. I will try to do my best to answer anything, or maybe you got some additional mechanics to shine some light on as well. You could drop that down in the comments for other people to take advantage of. And with that being said, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notification every time we drop a video, and I will see you guys on the next one.